For today's video, we're going to spend over 10 million Survivor XP.
Now that's a lot of
XP, or at least we're going to try to spend all of it. I'm not exactly sure how much evolution materials we're going to need, but we're going to try to spend at least 10 million and increase our power level as much as possible. Before we get into the gameplay, I should quickly point out that they did let us know how to get the new Santa's Helper rocket launcher as well as the new pop shot shotgun. And you'll be able to get the new Santa's Helper rocket launcher from the weekly store for 1,680 gold. It's going to be available from January the 9th until January the 16th, and you'll be able to get the pop shot shotgun from the Fortnite weekly challenge, which is called Burn Bright, and that's going to reduce the time between enemy waves. And not only will you get the pop shot shotgun from it, you'll also get the challenge banner too, as well as some snowflake tickets. Let us know in the comments which one you would like to see gameplay of first, the new Santa's Little Helper rocket launcher or the new pop shot shotgun. Anyways, as you can see, our current power level is 110, and technically we can increase it all the way up to 116, but we have gotten a few new mythic lead survivors. As a matter of fact, we got this one from a mission reward yesterday, and we got this one from a mission reward last week. Another reason we're at power level 110 instead of 116 is because I changed this mythic lead survivor. We used to use May Trekkie Jensen, but as you can see, she has the same personality as a few of our other mythic lead survivors. She has the same personality as Lacey, and she also has the same personality as Alfred Square. So since we have a couple of mythic lead survivors for the EMT squad, I decided to go ahead and change it from May to Gregson. And as you see, we do have a lot of legendary survivors who haven't leveled up yet that have the same personality as Gregson. So those are a couple of reasons why we aren't at our max power level at the moment. We have some new mythic leads with new personalities that we need to level up. And we also have some new legendary survivors that we need to level up as well. And I think first we'll start off with this EMT squad. And let's go ahead and level up our mythic lead first. And I was thinking we may also retire some survivors that we're not using, as well as lead survivors. That way we can get some more training manuals and some more survivor XP that way. But yeah, before we get started, let me know in the comments what you think our power level will be after we finish spending all of our survivor XP. I'm gonna go ahead and take a guess and say that it's gonna be 122. Honestly, I'm kind of just hoping that we have enough evolution materials to spend all of it. I've never spent this much XP at once before. I think the most we've spent up to this point was 2.5 million. I'll leave a link to that gameplay in the description if you want to go check it out. And I'm just now noticing we're now at power level 111. And it looks like we got this mythic lead survivor maxed out, and that bumped us up to 112. Alright, well, let's go ahead and start maxing out these legendary survivors. And this is actually the first time we're using a lead survivor with the analytical personality, which is why none of these legendary survivors have been maxed out yet. I've sort of just been holding on to them and hoping that we got a mythic lead with the same personality. Alright, so let's go ahead and max out our second legendary survivor and see where that takes us. Alright, we just evolved her and that put us up to 113. And right now we're at 9.7 million. So we almost spent 900,000 XP. I think we started with around 10.6 if I'm not mistaken. So it looks like 1 million survivor XP bumped us up 3 power levels. And technically you don't want to level up your survivors this way. If you really want to increase your power level as much as possible, then you want to evolve them all at the same time. And I say that because it costs a lot less materials to upgrade and evolve your survivors through the first couple of evolutions, but they will still level you up the same amount compared to when you level up survivors at higher evolutions. So you can see this costs a lot more materials to evolve her to 5 stars than it would cost to evolve your survivors to 2 or 3 stars. So that's the way you probably want to do it. We're going to go ahead and max them out anyway because we have a lot of survivor XP, so I don't think we're going to run out anytime soon. But now we have our second legendary survivor maxed out and we're at 113. Anyways, let's go ahead and max out the next one. Alright, so it looks like we just reached level 114. Let's go ahead and finish maxing them out. But yeah, like I said, I have gotten a couple of mythic lead survivors from mission rewards over the past week. I got one from a level 100 group mission, and I got the second one from a level 88 group mission. And I do tweet it out whenever they're available, so if you're interested in getting a mythic reward, but you don't have time to check Storm Shield 1 all the time, then just follow me on Twitter, and I'll give you a heads up whenever they're available. You can also try joining our Discord or our Facebook group because we do post there as well. And we also have other members who post this type of information. So, oh, we just maxed out another one. So if you don't want to miss out on those Mythic Lead mission alert rewards, then you can try doing one of those things. Or you can check out the rewards that are on Storm Shield 1. I'll leave a link to that in the description as well. Alright, so it looks like we have only 9 million XP left. And we're almost at level 115. So we're getting there. There we go. We just reached 115. Let's go ahead and finish maxing her out. What are you thinking about?
Oh, the mysteries you keep inside of you.
So as for our training manuals and evolution materials, we're looking pretty good. We still got quite a few left. So I think we'll be able to spend all of our XP. I am going to try to get some gameplay with the medieval pistol later on tonight. And we'll try to upload that tonight as well. Or I don't know, we may get gameplay of the Wicked Wind. Let me know in the comments which one you would like to see first. Alright, so we just maxed out our 4th legendary survivor. We still have 8.5 million XP left. And I think after we max these out, we'll go ahead and start maxing out these survivors that have matching personalities in our 2nd Fortitude squad. And we'll also max out this new Mythic Lead as well. And the reason I prefer to max out Fortitude over Resistance is because you get more health compared to the amount of shield that you get from the Resistance squad. So after we finish maxing out this first EMT squad, we'll go ahead and start on our 2nd Fortitude squad. There's no reason to do this offense squad because it's already maxed out. But first, let's go ahead and finish maxing this one out. But yeah, with those 2 Mythic Lead survivors that I got this week, I only have one more squad that needs a Mythic Lead survivor. So we may try to open up some Super People Llamas whenever they become available. So once we get that last Mythic Lead, we should be able to max out our power level. We'll just need a little bit more Survivor XP. For those who are wondering why my power level isn't maxed out already, I never farm for Survivor XP the entire time I've been playing. I usually farm for Schematic and Hero XP so we can do reviews. The only time I get Survivor XP is when I complete those main quests or if I'm helping some other people farm for it. I've sort of just been focused on maxing out my weapons and my heroes. And I'm just now noticing we're power level 116, which again is the highest power level that I've ever had. And we still have 8.3 million Survivor XP left. And we just maxed out our 5th legendary survivor. Let's go ahead and max this one out. Anyways, for those who are new to Save the World, I've already done a guide on survivor squads. I'll leave a link to that in the description as well. But to sum things up from that video, you're going to want to put your legendary and mythic survivors in squads whose stats you want to increase. So if you want to do more damage with weapons, you're going to want to put your Mythic Lead and legendary survivors in that squad and then level them up. Or if you want to increase your trap, ability, and gadget damage and your healing, then you're going to want to invest your survivor XP in tech squads. If you find yourself dying a lot, you can put some XP into your fortitude squads. And like I said earlier, the least important type of squad, in my opinion, are the resistance squads. So you may want to invest your XP in those squads last. But like I said, I do go into more detail in my survivor squad video, so be sure to go check that out if you're interested. Oh, we're 117. Let's go ahead and finish maxing this one out. And we still have 7.9 million XP left. And once we max out this last one, this will be the very first time I had my EMT squad maxed out. Feels a little weird. I'm sure we'll get used to it. But yeah, I was thinking like with the Horde Bash event and the Frost Knight event, you get Husk with really high power levels. And obviously you're going to be more effective if you can increase your power level as much as possible. So that's another reason I wanted to spend some of this Survivor XP. And we just maxed out all of our legendary survivors and our Mythic Lead in our EMT squad. And I forgot to pay attention to see how much health and shield we had before we maxed them out, but that's how much we got now, and we are at power level 118. So like I said, we already have this offense squad maxed out. I kind of want to save the resistance squads for last, so we may come back to this resistance squad. I'm not even going to bother with this tech squad because we originally had a legendary survivor with a matching personality, but since we got the mythic, none of our personalities match. But first, let's go ahead and start with our second Fortitude squad. And first, we'll start off with our new Mythic Lead. And damn, she's more buff than I am. Alright, so we just maxed her out, and we are at power level 119. Alright, so let's go ahead and max this one out. And I think for now, we'll just focus on the ones that have the matching personality. And right now, we're at 6.9 million. And I'll go ahead and show you where we're at when it comes to evolution materials. we still have quite a few left, as well as some training manuals. And I got most of my training manuals through transformations. Whenever you retire rare and epic survivors, you'll get training manuals. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take my green and gray items and transfer them into blue survivors, and then I'll recycle those blue survivors. Another thing you'll need are people in order to do the transformations. And a really good way to farm for people is by doing Rescue the Survivor missions. You can also purchase survivors from the weekly store, and after you purchase them, you can recycle them and get some training manuals that way. So that's how I'll farm training manuals, for those who are wondering. Oh, I'm just now noticing we're at 120 people, and you can see our health and shield. We're now at over 200,000 health, and we're still at 87,000 shield. Anyways, as of right now, the current max power level you can have is 131. I am going to go ahead and try to reach it, because like I said, with events like Horde Bash and Frost Night, where you have like power level 200 husk, it's just going to make it easier for everybody if I can fully max out my power level when it comes to those types of events. So we may go ahead and actually try to farm some survivor XP this week and max out our power level. But I think we'll go ahead and continue doing our weapon and hero reviews at level 100. Unless we do one of the high level group missions that have a higher power level than 100, then we may go ahead and increase our power level for those. But I think for the most part, we'll continue doing them at level 100. And it looks like we have another legendary survivor maxed out. We're at 213,000 health, power level 120, and we still have 6.1 million survivor XP left. So we haven't even spent half of it yet. We may actually be able to get to like maybe 123, 124. Oh, we're about to pass 121. There we go. Oh man, we are getting there, people. Like I said before this, my highest power level was 116. Kind of feel bad spending all of these evolution materials. Normally I like saving them for my weapons and heroes. Alright, we got her maxed out. And let's go ahead and max out this last one that has a matching personality and see where that takes us. Alright, so now that we have all the matching personalities maxed out, I kind of want to max out our new mythic lead survivor in this tech squad. Alright, so it looks like that brought us to power level 122. Now that we have her maxed out, let's go ahead and finish maxing out this tech squad. We only have a couple of survivors that we need to get from level 40 to level 50. So let's go ahead and max these out, and then I think we'll go ahead and max out our other tech squad as well. Alright, so now we have this tech squad maxed out, but we'll have to get some new legendary survivors to replace these old ones, or try to get a mythic lead that has the same personality. But yeah, now we have that tech squad maxed out. Let's go ahead and max out this tech squad as well. And I believe after we max this one out, we'll have both our offense and both our tech squads maxed out. We do need to replace this epic leprechaun with a legendary survivor, and we'll do that once we get another legendary survivor with a matching personality. Now we got this one maxed out. This one's already maxed. Let's go ahead and max out our leprechaun. So yeah, as you can see, epic survivors aren't going to give you as much compared to legendary survivors. Alright, so let me go ahead and double check. Here's our fortitude, which is maxed out. Here's our offense, which is maxed out. And you see mythic survivors give even more than legendary survivors. I'll leave a link to how I got the mythic survivors in the description for those who don't know. Like I said, we'll do resistance last. We have this tech squad maxed out. This fortitude squad is almost maxed out. We still have 3 more survivors. I think we'll do them next. This offense squad is maxed out. Again, we're saving resistance for last. We'll do them last. And this one's maxed out. So let's go ahead and max out our second fortitude squad, and then we'll work on resistance. Let's see, we already got that one maxed out. Let's go ahead and max this one out. And now we're at 123. Perfect. We may be able to get up to like 125 maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so we have all of our squads maxed out except for our resistance squads. So I guess we'll go ahead and start off with this one. And first we'll start with the ones that have a matching personality. I'm not sure how long this video is going to last, but it took me like almost an hour to spend all of this XP. But yeah, that's sort of the approach I would use when it comes to your survivors. To start things off, I was focused on offense and tech and try to put my mythic leads and legendary survivors in those squads first. I would then focus on the fortitude squads that give you more health. And then once you got all of those maxed out, I would start working on the resistance squads. And I would use the same approach when it comes to research as well. Try to focus on offense and tech. Then once you max those out, you can increase your fortitude. And then once you max that out, you can do resistance. But yeah, let's go ahead and finish maxing these out. And right now we're at 3.5 million survivor XP. I'll go ahead and show you how many materials we have left. Still got 3,000 pure drops of rain and almost 1,000 lightning in a bottle. And it looks like we're getting close to 124, so we only have 7 more levels until we reach the max power level. And Super People Llamas are a really good way to get mythic leads. Let's see. Oh, there's one available. You know, let's go ahead and buy one, see if we can get a mythic lead. I don't know, I'm feeling lucky. I probably shouldn't be doing this. Oh, okay, that's one that we could use. Oh, and we did get a mythic. Oh my goodness. Please be the one that I'm missing. Wait, which one am I missing? You know, let's try Gadgeteer. Oh man, if this is one that I'm missing, I'm gonna be so hyped. Oh, it was Scouting Party. Okay. Alright, so we don't have it yet. Not yet, people. Which one was that for? That was for Gadgeteer. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and keep this Gadgeteer because the other one had this pragmatic personality and we're already using that one, so we'll go ahead and keep this one for now instead of changing it. But you know what, let's go ahead and open up another one. I probably shouldn't be. Let's go ahead and open up another one. Hopefully we get a mythic that we need, and it has to be for the Scouting Party. Let's see. Oh, we got a legendary. I'll also take some legendary survivors, but that is a hero. Centurion Wildcat, I'll take her. Survivalist Jonesy. Another legendary lead survivor. Okay, so we didn't get any mythics that time. But yeah, that is a good way to get mythic lead survivors, purchasing those Super People Llamas. Anyways, let's go ahead and finish maxing out our first resistance squad. That would have been so awesome if we got the mythic lead that we needed. We're coming up on 3 million and we're at power level 124. And you can see all of our evolution materials right there. But yeah, I didn't think we were going to be able to get up to 124, at least not without recycling our old survivors. But apparently we were, with around 8 million XP. So we went from 110 to 124 with about 8 million XP, which isn't too bad. But like I said, we're going to try to spend all of it. And we still got quite a ways to go. Right now we're at 125. So yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and finish spending the rest of this XP on our resistant squads and see how high it takes us. We did get a new survivor that matches this personality in our tech squad. So let's go ahead and max this one out. I probably shouldn't have maxed out the leprechaun, but I didn't know the Super People Llamas were available. So let's go ahead and max him out since we have a legendary one with a matching personality. Oh yeah, this guy's definitely a pothead. Alright, so we just maxed out that new legendary survivor that we got. And we're at power level 125. And yeah, now we have this tech squad fully maxed out. I think we'll go ahead and replace one of these low levels with our leprechaun, since we have that one maxed out as well. There we go. I guess let's go ahead and finish maxing out our resistance squad. And we only have 1.8 million XP left. And we're almost at 126. So we're getting really close, people. Well, now we're at 126. Okay, just 5 more levels and we'll be maxed out. I haven't even played yet and I already feel overpowered. Oh man. Alright, so we got him maxed out. And let's max out this last one. Alright, so we did get another survivor that has a matching personality. And it matches our resistance squad. So let's go ahead and max this one out. Alright, so now we have our 2 new legendary survivors maxed out. And we're still at power level 126. But all we need for this resistance squad is just 2 more with matching personalities. And then we'll be done with this squad. I guess we'll go ahead and spend the rest of our XP on this last resistance squad. I did go ahead and include our mythic survivor because I want to level him up first. So we're going to go ahead and try to max him out. Oh man, we're coming up on 1 million. Alright, so we have less than 1 million XP left. I believe we started at around 10,600,000. So once we get to 600,000, it'll officially be 10 million XP. And right now we're at 127. Wow. I'm actually surprised that we were able to go from 110 to 127. Do we have any other? Okay, so we do have some other legendaries. I think I'm going to replace these epics with our legendaries. And then we'll try to max them out. There we go. And I know this particular squad is a complete mess at the moment. But yeah, let's go ahead and spend the rest of our XP and see how high we can go. But yeah, like I said, you do increase your power level more if you have a fully maxed out legendary survivor compared to a fully maxed out epic survivor with a matching personality. So that's why we went ahead and replaced all of our epics with our leftover legendaries. That should be able to increase our power level a little bit more. Okay, so we've officially spent 10 million XP at this point. And we're gonna go ahead and finish spending the rest. Alright, we got her maxed out. Let's go ahead and max out. Wait, we only have 2 more we can max out. Oh man, well let's go ahead and max out this smasher.
Let me smash.
And I think we may go ahead and recycle some of our old survivors and use that XP if we need it. Alright, now we're at 128, okay. And we only have 1 more survivor to max out after this one. But yeah, now that I can get a high power level, I should be a little bit more useful when it comes to events like Frost Night and Horde Bash. And we do not have enough XP to max out this last survivor. So I'm going to go ahead and recycle one and try to max her out. Alright, so let's go get rid of these guys so we can get some more manuals. And we can also get rid of this lead survivor that we're no longer using. You see all the materials that we got from that. And let's go ahead and finish maxing out our squad. Where are we at? Okay, here we go. I don't think we're going to be able to get to 129. We still need to get that mythic lead that we're missing. So I'm just now noticing we had another one with a matching personality. Let's go ahead and max her out. Another way we can increase our power level is by changing this epic survivor to a legendary survivor. So yeah, my current power level is 128. And now we have all of our survivors as well as our leads fully maxed out. We do still have some work when it comes to matching personalities, but we no longer have any epic survivors. We've maxed out our new mythic lead survivors, and we increased our power level all the way to 128. So yeah, we still do have a little bit more work to do, but I'll go ahead and show you the resources before I go. We still have 200,000 survivor XP left over, and I'll go ahead and scroll over my evolution materials as well to show you how much we spent. I'm kind of surprised that we still have this much left. I kind of figured we would use more than that. But yeah, now that we're close to 131, this will probably be the last time that we spend this much survivor XP at once. Obviously, we're not going to need 10 million to get to 131. So this will probably be the last time we do this. Let me know if y'all would be interested in maybe spending 10 million hero or schematic XP at once. Another thing I should probably do before I go is spend all of my research points. So we're going to go ahead and spend what we have on our resistance and see if that increases our power level. And it looks like that bumped us up to 129. So yeah, this is our current power level after spending 10 million survivor XP as well as all of our research points. And here's what all of my squads currently look like. Anyways, that'll do it for this one. I hope y'all enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.